This is a fascinating case of marketing versus true reality. In the marketplace, what we're seeing now is a huge division between unrated carriers and rated carriers when it comes to how they're going to handle your malpractice claim. Doctors out there really need to understand this factor. Unrated companies are unrated mostly because they're either very new or they don't have much money at all. And they don't want to go to AM Best and get a terrible rating. AM Best, by the way, is really the only rating company you should rely on, because the other rating company that's prevalent in the marketplace for rating AM Best unrated companies rates 99% of their insurance companies as A and better. So we rely only on AM Best, and that's how you should do it too. So these unrated carriers, they cannot afford to handle claims appropriately. What do? They settle. There's mostly, in the unrated insurance market, most of these companies are settling 95% of their cases or more. There's one company that settles 100% of their cases. This information comes from the Office of Insurance Regulation annual report that's put out in October, and we study it carefully because, of course, our reputations are on the line. If we recommend a company to a doctor or to a big group and their claims aren't handled appropriately, well, that's not what we want. That's not what you want either. So what we really recommend is, before you make a purchasing decision, ask about the claims record. Don't just ask, but look at the Office of Insurance Regulation study and see what percentage of cases these companies are settling with payment and what percentage are settling without a payment. The industry-wide average in Florida is around 70% of cases should not be settled with any payment whatsoever. And again, when some of these companies are settling 95+%, you're just not getting your money's worth. We recommend, in fact, if you want to save money and go with one of these unrated companies that doesn't handle claims appropriately, it'd be better to go bare. And just save your money, put it away for the day that you might have to handle a claim, and then you'll be in charge of the claim. They won't settle out from under you, and you'll be in a much better position. What we really recommend is to go with a standard, well-rated company who handles claims, has great experience in Florida, and particularly in South Florida, which has been rated one of the #1 judicial hellholes for many, many years in a row. New companies coming into South Florida particularly, they don't stand a chance. This is a swamp in South Florida. So be very careful in your buying decisions. Make sure you have an experienced carrier. Make sure they're rated by AM Best very highly, and look to a professional for guidance.